All right, we're here. This is my first time streaming in a while, so we'll see how this goes. And it's my first time jamming for these guys in a while. Excited to get back to it. We've got a tighter timeline than normal, so let's get things going. Do some quick introductions. We're going to start with you, Yampa.
Yampa, playing Saroon. Happy to be back.
Awesome. Werkar.
Hey guys, Wergar here playing Cercalis. Glad to be back and to get into the game.
Drax is absent for the day, which means his character is lost in Force Savage, and we'll see how that plays out later. Bert.
I'm Bert, also known as the Lassam Bruja, and I'm a very, very tired Devil's Bane Sir Cormac. Because, the last time I played, I beat off a devil.
Hot.
Pause.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only other person there ran away.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were playing that type of game.
Indeed. Yeah. This is why we play after 8 p.m. Eastern. So
That's right. Yep.
Trent.
Hello, I'm Trent, playing Sequidia, and just being infuriated about how bad we are at walking through the forest.
Awesome. Cyberbro.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Cyberbro. I'm reprising my role as Lucius Julius Julianus, and Sir Cormac is correct. He beat off the devil, and I ran away.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to name names or anything. I just said I beat off a devil solo, with no help whatsoever.
We need to move on from the language here. All right.
Oh,
One sec here. Bert's kind of to the side. We'll fix that a little bit. There we go. No, you're
My
good.
bad.
Don't move. Don't move. Oh. So, all right. So, let's dive in, guys. As we come back together, we have everyone minus Sir Rain. You find yourselves, kind of the trail opens back up, and you find yourselves at the edge of the forest. More importantly, you see in front of you the banners of more of Nanteleod's folk just marching along the road. Same group that you lost track of not very long ago.
how did we end up behind them?
I don't understand all these forest things. Rhiannon and her friends send us off on these adventures for purposes that are unknown to us yet, so I don't know, okay? You ask your god and I'll just assume that mine are doing whatever they're supposed to be doing.
Alright.
I got nothing. All right. Okay. We're gonna move you forward to Carohay, in Cameliard, where the muster is taking place.
Is that mustard as well?
Mustard as well.
Yeah.
Mustard and mustard.
Uh,
My favorite.
as you enter, I'm gonna get. Let's do Trent and Cyberbro. I need a D100 from each of you.
Okay.
I got an 80. That's a nice number.
That's a nice
80 is
round
a-
number.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at us go.
Okay.
Nice high numbers.
Nice round high numbers.
Okay. Interesting. It's a weird one. You know what I probably did? Oh, okay.
I like these noises.
Yeah.
A dragon attacks.
Interesting. All right, so we'll figure that out soon. You guys, you make your way into Carohay, which is the main castle of King Leo de Grants, who's been an ally of Nanteleod prior. This is where the muster is taking place. You can all give me a test on heraldry if you want.
Love to. Come on, 1. Damn it.
Hey,
Could have sworn the Trent asked for the one, not Cyber Bro.
sick.
True. Yeah.
My luck has returned.
Congratulations.
We are gonna take a slight step back. I have an idea that just popped in my head. I think this would be more fun. As you all are traveling out of Forest Sauvage, kind of, the forest doesn't really end. I don't know if you can kind of see it on the map, but it really just kind of branches into all sorts of forests throughout the island. So as you find the main road and your allies, you're confident that you're moving forward. But as you see, like, as you reach, I think it's called Manketer, if I got that right.
Sure.
Yeah. Which, is that Manchester? Anyways.
It's probably Manchester, yeah.
Yeah. As you make your way through that, and you know that Carohag is the next stop, you're moving along the forest. The forest road. Sorry. I want each of you to make an awareness.
Sweet success.
1 second. There it is. Oh, I passed.
Okay, Gwydir passed, Rune passed, Lucius passed. Is that what it is?
Yep.
And
Callus
Callus passed.
Okay. So once again, Cormac's dice is killing it. Yeah.
Cool.
So as Cormac is deep in prayer while traveling along the road, you know what? We'll make it even better. Cormac stops to pray, and you opt, rather than to lose him, you stop to give him a minute. There's a stream nearby. You know, some people are washing or taking a drink. But for the 4 that succeed, you hear what sounds like a horse whinny. Then you hear like this almost like ghastly dog sound, and you hear like a gruff voice shouting. It's hard to hear what the voice is saying, but it seems to be saying words, and it's kind of like it sounds really like not like someone in distress. It sounds like someone who's like excited or angry, maybe.
Yeah.
That is an angry horse.
Classic angry horse. Cool. We should approach. Gwydir will sort of look at his companions and nod and ride forth to get involved in whatever exciting thing is going on.
I will join him because Sir Cormac attracts devils.
Okay.
Sure he does.
And then beats him single-handedly.
And beats them off. And through this.
I'll join with the Rono General.
Yeah.
Sir Carlos will join Sir Gwydir.
Okay. I will give Cormac an awareness test -5, as no one suggested that they were going to let him know. Let's see if.
Yeah, right. I was like, okay, he's praying, whatever.
It's like, oh, there he goes, praying again.
Just because I'm reckless, you all don't have to be as well. You're allowed to be.
Nope.
I'm sorry, Cormac. I forgot that we're homies.
Your awareness
Bird
is
is-
6? That makes sense, actually.
Bird is away for a minor bit. Okay, let me see. Somewhere. Okay, as you make your way to the noise as a group of 4, it seems like the shouting is further away from the almost ghastly barking sound. Which of the 2 do you want to close in on? The man the voice of the man shouting or the ghastly barking sound?
I'm gonna go toward the ghastly barking sound on account of Gwydir being Gwydir.
Okay, makes sense. What about the rest of you?
I'll probably go to the sound of the man shouting. The ghastly barking sound could be, a
Ghastly.
ghost of some kind, ghastly even. So I'll go to the man.
Yep. Where, guys?
Sure.
Cercalis will probably keep going with Sir Gwydir, try and figure out what this noise is.
Okay. And Yampa.
I'll stick with Lucius, just in case.
Okay, we're gonna start with Trent and Collis. Give me a second to look. Right.
Cool. Dragons don't sound like dogs, do they?
No.
No.
That's
Who knows?
Who knows? Remains to be seen.
Except for barking dragons.
Yeah.
The worst kind.
Worst kind of dragon.
Barking dragons? I don't think they exist.
Um,
Famous last words.
Basically.
there's something just really eerie about this barking. And as you get closer, the two that are attempting to, it gets louder. So we're going to start with a valorous test for each of you. Continue. Feel free if you want to.
Is everybody frozen again?
Nope, I'm good. Just rolling
No.
valorous.
I don't know.
Ooh. Collis, you hesitate a bit. So it doesn't mean you have to like turn around and run. You're just like, it's going to affect what I'm going to ask you to do next. So, let's see. Okay, so as you get a little bit closer, it starts to pick up speed. And at first, you're like, "Oh, it's coming to us," and then all of a sudden, you hear it like going further away. Whittier, I assume you're giving pursuit of it.
Of course.
Okay. What about?
I don't even know what it
and
is.
then
I just wanna
Collis,
spot it.
assuming your intent is to give pursuit as well, I just need a hunting roll -2 for Whittier. It's just a hunting roll.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm not very good at these. Oh no, I'm okay. That's right.
No?
Nope. We
Okay.
both think.
Well, let's see. I mean, actually, possible. Yeah, I don't even need to roll it. We'll fail. Okay. You lose track of it. It was fast, and
Yeah.
like you've probably pursued, like both of you have pretty good hunting. You've both probably pursued like a number of animals. You've never quite had something be that elusive in the forest. It's like it's on one side of you, and all of a sudden it's like on the other side. Like it's like you're hearing it, but it's moving so fast, and all of a sudden it'll go
Yeah.
silent, and then you'll hear it again.
What the hell? What on earth is going on? It seems like it's ever all at once. It's some kind of magical creature, perhaps. Some kind of a blink
Possibly.
dog.
Could be a fox. They're pretty elusive and fast. Pretty shrewd as well.
I don't think it was a fox. Collis, come on. You have some more respect, man. You've seen a fox before. You've heard them. They don't sound like that.
I don't know. I don't trust anything in this forest. It could be a fox. It could be some other type of creature.
You're right. You're right. I suppose we head back then. Find this strange ranting man then.
Yeah. Hopefully they figured out who it is.
All right, and we cut over at that point to Lucius and Rune. Rune is probably, I think Yampa might be grabbing his food there. So, but we can get started with Lucius. We can say Lucius is a little ahead of Rune. You as you make your way to the voice of the ranting man, it's almost like for a second it starts to move. The sound of a horse charging towards you is the first thing you recognize. What do you want to do, Lucius, in response to that? Now, you fought in a battle before. It sounds like a charging. You hear a little bit of the clanking of chainmail. This is definitely an armored knight of some sort.
I want to move off to the side a bit, get my hand on my blade, and just kind of ready myself and say, "There's someone down here, sir. There's someone down here. You shouldn't charge like that. These forests are dark and full of devils."
You see the man kind of emerge from the trees, and he looks as shocked to see you as you do him, but he quickly kind of just moves past, like, you, like, oh, this is a waste of my time. And at this point, Rune, you kind of come upon this scene too, to see this knight that emerged, and he's a big guy, really, really bushy, doesn't look like he's had any time to keep himself kept in a very long time, and his eyes look maddened, absolutely maddened. As he looks around, he's like, "Where is it?"
Where is what, sir? I'm Sir Lucius Julius Julianus.
Gladison. Where is Gladison?
Gladison?
Barking beast. You heard it?
Oh, the barking beast. Yes, I came towards the screaming and yelling. The barking beast sound was over there.
Okay. Give me a. I will take a heraldry or a recognize roll. Recognize will be flat. Heraldry you can add +5.
Okay, so
One
they're
or the
the
other, though.
same.
And Rune, you can do the same.
+5. Failed. This unshaven man. The horse.
Okay.
Beastly creature.
Okay, so for Rune, the main line, or the heraldry for this guy is the heraldry of a royal family to the north of Gale, so north of you guys. Specifically, the exact area that's under threat of the 3 Cadlus right now.
So this might be the Lost King? Question mark?
Question mark?
Ah, interesting.
Sir, your eyes look maddened. Please, wait for a moment and speak to us.
Okay, I'm gonna test something here.
Okay.
Sword?
Okay.
I'm being attacked. He was the beast all along.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay. There's very low odds of that happening. So, whatever Lucius just did there, it's like his eyes sort of stop, and that maddened look in his eyes kind of goes away. And he looks at you and he says, "It's probably too far away now, anyhow. I'll pick up its trail. Pardon my urge, it's been a very long time hunting this beast. Your name, Sir Knights?"
I don't know if you already introduced it. Well, my name is Sir Rune, Broderick.
And you already said Sir Lucius, right?
Yeah.
He still doesn't recognize. Like,
Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
yeah.
Sir Lucius Julius Julianus. You know, of the Escavalon Julianuses.
Oh yeah, we serve King Nanteleod.
King Nanteleod.
Alright.
When did King Madron die?
Oh fuck.
Hmm.
A long time ago.
I'm afraid before my time. I am just a humble young man of how old am I? Of 2 and 3.
What year is it?
Let's check the year.
501.
Yeah, you say 501. Okay, he says pardon my rudeness. I am King Pellinor. King Pellinor
that
of
guy.
Morgans.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Ah.
wow. Saroon, do we bow? Are we supposed to bow?
We don't. He's not our king, but respects are to be had. King Pellinor, this is quite the surprising meeting. Perhaps you mind coming with us to meet with King Nanteleod? There's been troubling news in Norgales as of late.
Troubling news. I hope my brothers are okay. I'm gonna pause real quick. Cormac, give me
Yes.
a hunting roll.
A hunting roll. I've been avoiding hunting and working on my falconry.
Yep.
This will be fun. Yep.
Okay. So the question is, what would you have done when you look up from your prayer and all your allies are no longer on the road?
Hold up. Because I'm not hearing you if you're trying to talk.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yes.
Did I cut out for you guys too?
No, I heard it.
No, I heard.
It's a new setup. I haven't quite gotten
No, it's
all
all
the
good.
bugs
I'm just
done.
making sure that my stream's not crashing.
Yeah, no, you were good.
So I said the question is, what would you have done when you looked up from your prayer and all your allies were gone?
Not again.
Rune! Where'd you run on to this time? And he would get up, get back on his horse, and so he'd give a little prayer,
Okay.
kind of.
Pray for you.
Is this an impassioned kind of prayer?
This is more along the lines of, God point me in the right direction. I'm pointing in that direction. I guess I got to go that way. It's dumb luck, but I give all the glory to God if it works.
All right.
So I guess it's an impassion.
Right. Let's see. Let's see how this goes.
Walks deeper into the forest.
All right. +5. You're hunting.
All right, let's see how this goes.
That's okay.
Classic.
All it's gonna mean, we're not gonna have you be lost. It's just you're not gonna catch this initial scene here with Pellinor. That's all. But we'll have you catch up not long after.
All good.
Yeah. So, at this point, Lucius and Rune, I'm gonna give you like one more interaction with him, and then we'll have Gwydir and Collis kind of catch up. Is there anything else either of you want to say before Gwydir and Collis catch up?
I think Rune is just a little bit perplexed. You know, the forest keeps popping out a lot of weird shit, and now he's talking to a king that shouldn't have been alive. You know. So I think
Mhm.
he said his part for now.
He says, I think I'll ask you. He says, I'm not in Escavalon, am I? Last I knew, I was moving through the Forest of Ash in pursuit of the questing beast.
Well, if we haven't got lost ourselves, we should be somewhere near Karohag. Karohag? Karo. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, he says, Cameliard?
Yes.
Interesting. What brings you all north then? And at this
Said-
point, Gwydir and Collis, you kind of ride in to hear this, whatever Rune says there.
Yeah. Said troubles in Norgales.
Troubles. Right. You said the year 501?
Yes.
Are you certain?
Yes.
And he kind of, as Gwydir and Collis kind of ride in, and he kind of looks, and you can see like he kind of readies his hand, and then he sees that Lucius and Rune don't seem to react poorly to them, so he kind of hesitates.
They are allies of ours, sir.
Brothers in arms.
Brothers in arms.
Fellow swords of Nanteleod.
Oh, I gotta test one.
Hail.
I
Gotta get
forgot.
that
And
brand
then,
in.
and then he TPKs us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
immediately.
You gotta get that brand recognition in. So we can sell merch.
So, did you guys invite him to anything yet? Did you invite him to Caraway with you?
Yeah, I invited him to meet with King Nanteleod.
That's what I need to check.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I did invite him.
I mean,
Who is this homeless man you brought before
it's
me?
kingdom, then you might as well. Should be invited, I guess.
Yeah.
And sure I got that right. Okay. When you invite him in, he says, I don't know these Cambrian kings you speak of. I appreciate you bringing me up to speed on the events, but I prefer not to engage these other kings.
They're the worst kings anyway.
Well, my lord, I mean, if you need not or wish not to speak with these kings, perhaps a written letter of your wishes, or perhaps a trinket to prove
Excuse
that
me, what is going on? Why are we talking
What
about
exactly is
this
this, Rune?
King Pellinor.
King
Who?
Pellinor? Do I know anything about King Pellinor?
Yeah, you guys can do folk. I recognize plus 10 probably on that. Let's see what his glory. Yeah, 10 works.
Pretty glorious then.
He's also king, so that's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. King Pellinor of where exactly?
I think that's the lost king of Gomerette, is it not?
How could he be lost? He's right here in front of us.
Well, look at him. Look how bedraggled he is.
We're talking
been-
to a king. A little bit of respect, please.
Of course, Gwydir will bow. Your Grace, it's a pleasure.
He
What's
says, I'm not lost.
See, I told you he's not lost. He's right here.
That's a vile rumor that has been said about you.
Who's spreading
We
these
scared
rumors?
off-
I'll kill him myself.
Well,
Amazing.
I don't know. I don't know who really is spreading those
Yeah.
rumors. I fear that the list might be long, and I don't know if we want to go down that road. My grace, or your
We
grace.
killed. We didn't kill, but we drove away that wolf you were chasing. But it seemed to be teleporting a little bit, which was
Yeah.
strange.
Runs very fast.
Very fast. I didn't run
Indeed.
into a tree or anything. I just.
Your Grace, when was the last time you've been to your capital? What year was it? Do you remember?
He thinks.
Why are you asking me these weird questions?
I'm thinking.
Well, does he
I've
know
heard
about
some-
the?
Sorry, go ahead. Alice.
Well, does he know about the impending violence that's about to ensue to this half of the island?
I have not gotten to that just yet. I was hoping that Nanteleod and his silver tongue would do a better job about it.
Are you saying there's war in my lands?
It
Sorry to
Yes.
say, Your Grace, but yes, it appears so. That's what we're here for. There's a muster.
Your kings bring war to my lands?
On the contrary,
We're not fighting him. We're fighting the 3 other boys.
Yeah.
The
Cat
cat
losers.
news.
yeah, the three Cataves are.
And, but it is.
Yeah.
Wait, you're king of where?
Nargales.
Norgales. Gomer. Gomerette. No,
Gomer-
that's not his land. The Cadloos are near Gomerette, but it's not Gomerette. In fact, maybe you want to join us in our campaign, good king. Nanteleod will be High King of this land one day, and it would be to your benefit to be in his favor.
Quit here, goddammit. Oh,
That,
Bert.
you made
fuck,
someone
just kidding.
disconnect. It was awesome. I'll be right back, once. No, all good, man. And we're back. And internet problems happen. Happen to the best of us.
Especially brand new internet problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I have no idea what happened.
Okay. Just gonna give. Okay, we got the folks back. So I'll explain the Gomerette situation out of character, and then we'll figure out who knows it. Actually, why don't we start with Whittier? Where are you from? Are you from Gomerette?
I don't remember. That was years ago.
Yeah, you might
I'm
be.
from. I'm Heritage is Ordovices, which
Ordovices?
is something. Let me just have a quick little look. I've got my sheet. I've got my whole family history here. It's just not quite right here. Hold on. Sir Goodyear, Wales. That's me. I am from. Shit. Hold on.
Okay.
Cadfanon, Ordovices, Gomerett. Yes.
Okay.
My grandfather was born in Gomerett.
Yeah. So your culture is that it doesn't necessarily mean that you, would have all that info. So
yeah.
Give me a second.
Oh, good.
All right. So, because this is confusing to me for a very long time, but
yep, understandable.
So the Gomerette, as described earlier, before I'd say current state chaos, is such. Pull it up on the map too, just to make it easier. So Gomerette, this is kind of how it looks right now. Gomerette, there's the 3 Cadlus, and then there's kind of what's known as Norgales, or non-Gomerette, might be the way to look at it.
Yep.
Gomerette is in the early part of Uther's reign, with 6 strong warlike tribes live on the northwest coast of Gales. They generally unite as the Kingdom of Gomerette, which includes the castle, or various castles, as well as territory of Synodon. And then Norgales, just to differentiate, the 6 tribes of the small mountain kingdom in the northern Cambrian mountains. They are often part of Gomerette, and sometimes they are independent kingdoms. Sometimes the king rules over Gomerette. What that means is that probably, let's start with some folklore rules for those that are present. See what you know in the character.
Nothing.
That makes sense.
Oh, I know a bit.
Know a little bit.
Yeah.
Now that you're kind of cluing in on your ancestral history.
Lucius, let's go.
You read it about it somewhere. You had someone. Tell you
I
about
read it in the book.
Yeah. So Lucius and Gwydier, you know that there were trouble. The absent king of King Pellinor, the absent king, or the lost king. He's been absent for a while, and in his absence, Gomerette, a once great kingdom, was sort of divided, split down the middle by some other tribes in the mountains, presumably those led by the 3 Cadlus. So this is a long time issue, but now the Cadlus are starting to actually carve into more and more of Norgales, to the point where they threaten it altogether.
Gotcha.
And that's what I think Lucius is because you're a bit more of a intellectual character. You might have also heard that one of Pelinor's brothers died previously.
Okay.
In fighting the Cadlus. Whether or not you don't have to do anything with that, but just to mention.
Well, sir, Your Grace, I regret to inform you that your lands are currently approaching war. Half of your kingdom is trying to conquer a third, unfortunately. In
War with
Europe.
who? Exactly.
Right. Norgales is independent, and the three Catalys are attempting to invade Norgales. That's what we are here to help Norgales out. Alliances being what they are.
That's good. All right, I'm gonna do something because I just realized I love this map, but there's one thing we'll slightly switch here. This is something they probably did because there's a King Cadwy in Summerland. So
Oh yeah, it should be Cadloos, not Cadwees. Yeah.
yeah, but the map has
Oh,
so don't worry about that. The map problem. One second. Let's do that for now, just as kind of a memory. So either or. So he actually, I'm gonna test something for him real quick. Let's see. He would probably know, but he's also pretty focused on certain things. Okay. His eyes narrow and he says, "I three Cadloos."
The same.
Yes, sir.
You recognize them, I suppose?
I remember Cadloos, tribal men, in the center of my kingdom. They claimed great stock, old lineage. You say they threaten my kingdom now? They divide it?
Yes, Your Grace. Unfortunately, that is the current events as they currently stand.
I see.
We've come to unify it, but I mean, if we didn't know that you were here, so that's complicated, I suppose. But maybe you should come and speak to King Nanteleod because it sounds like maybe you have something in common, which is that you'd like to kill these three Cadloos, and you could come with us, and then we could figure the rest out later.
I have a question over the table. Weren't we here to help the Cameliard? Not, I thought it was like defend them just in case, or like help Norgales to prevent the Cadloos, but not expand into the Cadloos.
What you have over the table here is effectively that there's been a call of a muster in Cameliard, which would mean all fighting men to ready for battle. What you've heard is that they're, that King Nanteleod and Cameliard and Norgales have all called for mercenaries throughout the land. So you're expecting battle. Whether it's to conquer the Cadloos, to slay them, or just defend them off is another question. But if it were merely to fend them off, you likely wouldn't be marching the Nanteleod's army this far north. This is likely to...
This is a conquest.
At the very least, defeat the Cadloos and restore the north.
Okay.
When Gwydier makes that recommendation, Pellinor looks at him, and there's a suspicious look in his eyes, and he says, "You called him High King. Last I knew, Aurelius was it, and Uther sought it after his death."
Well, he tried, but he failed. Uther was killed and poisoned by, I presume, Saxons. I don't really know, actually, but both
He
are
was a
dead.
fool
The line of-
anyways. It doesn't surprise me.
Wait a second. I have a sword that
well
was
in battle, I
gifted.
hear.
I have a sword that was gifted to my father by Aurelius. Would that mean anything to him?
To this guy?
Yeah.
It could. You don't know, I guess. You're not sure. But
I'm not about to go shing.
Yeah. He says, I know that he's of Vortigern's line, but this Nanteleod, what makes him a high king? So he holds a minor kingdom. There are many of us
he's
that
not
do
high-
so.
not High King yet, but he will be. He's very good, I promise. He's definitely the best king that I've met. Present company, I don't know you very well yet, so it's possible that, but I don't think so. He's very good.
And he does rule over 2 petty kingdoms.
2 petty kingdoms, which makes them a lot less petty if you think about it.
What other kingdom does he hold?
Estergales.
We conquered it just last year. I raised a church.
So he betrayed his own liege, then, King Cannon.
King who?
Cannon is dead. Cannon died years ago.
So did Aurelius.
So
I'm
did
aware of
Aurelius.
Aurelius.
Maybe, Your Grace, perhaps if you write
Merlin
this time,
told me so. Have you met Merlin?
I never heard of the man.
I
Is he
remember.
some sort of saint?
I think my father met him once, but
Wandering druid. He mutters
not
a lot.
much.
Spent too much time with Uther. He's probably dead as well.
My condolences.
Perhaps, Your Grace, if you ride with us a time, we do have a muster to reach, and it seems maybe perhaps to your benefit if you come with us and you can. Well, perhaps there'll be a feast and you can sit down with Nanteleod and he'll catch you up on whatever it is that you seem to be perhaps a little on the late side about.
Meet the current kings.
If you were chasing that wolf creature, I scared it off already, so not likely to be anywhere anytime soon.
Would you allow me one thing in this? I wish to see your king. I wish to observe him. But I do not want to observe him as Pelennor. I want to see what sort of man he is without entertaining the king of Gomereth.
I can't quite imagine what you might mean, Your Grace, but
You see
He
him
wants
take
an
his shield,
unbiased opinion.
his shield with the heraldry of Dagalis, and he throws it in the woods.
You see him
He wants
take
an
his shield.
unbiased opinion.
interesting.
I'm getting some audio feedback. I think it's good now.
Yes, that's good. You just want to be a regular man.
I feel he just wants to gauge. Well, I mean, his words are quite plain. He wants to gauge King Nanteleod without King Nanteleod having the knowledge of who he is. See how he treats him without, the king and royal treatment.
I
Your
have
Grace,
only
I'm not
known.
exactly one for deception. I'm not sure if I'd be capable of such a thing. Moreover, I feel like you'd be doing yourself a disservice to not show yourself in the glory in which the gods have granted you, a king and all that, as it were.
I said nothing of deception. I'm known for my honesty. I speak plainly.
I, for one, see the merit in this favor he's asking. And if it does help, we could ask Cormac to bear hug Gwydir so he doesn't drink and his tongue doesn't slip. Collis, Lucius, what is your thoughts on this?
I would agree with the king. You'll clearly see that King Nanteleod is quite an upstanding sovereign, and then he'll be able to reveal who he is later as he sees the true bearing of King Nanteleod.
I am completely on board. King Nanteleod has always been hospitable in every interaction that I've observed. So I would assume no different in this one.
Very well.
As long as you don't ask me to lie to my king, because I won't do it.
You need not lie. I'm simply asking for your discretion. You have your word, Sir Knight. I think he's
You have my
specifically
word.
worried about Gwydir, so is I, you know what I mean? Like Gwydier's like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. As probably should be. But if I see you make anything that looks like it might come to harm for my king, because you are a competing king, and if you were to poison him or kill him or something, could be to your benefit. So I'll be right. I will come for your head, king or otherwise, if anything happens to Nanteleod. I promise you that.
He nods. I think he respects the
The honesty. Yeah.
the boldness in that. And he says, "As a child, they called me Percival. You may ride with Sir Percival. It is my other name. In that way, you say no lie."
Very well. Sir Percival it is then. Onward, and I'll ride after him, as in behind him.
All right. So I'm currently Bert. I'm over here.
Great. Trent, you're God right now. You can do whatever.
Yep. Cormac, your love of God is true now.
Wait, make me the ruler of Rune. Come on, man.
All right, that's good. That's good, Bert.
Justin,
That looks decent.
Justin now has a castle. Justin has a castle,
Nah, fuck you.
and you're his squire now.
Kill the gods. Bring them down.
All right. So that's gonna bring us to Carohade. Let me do a brief setup here,
Good.
and then I'll get some rolls here in a second. Sorry, boy.
All good.
Okay. There we go.
Sounds.
Weird shit going on.
Yeah.
It's still working. Trying to at least.
Can you hear us,
All
Bert?
I can hear you because I am on my phone.
Yeah.
Good
Excellent.
enough.
You know what? You wouldn't be the first person in one of my games on my phone. Nothing wrong. Let me just do some minor tweaking here.
The problem is, I am the first person to move in here, and I am now running into all the problems of setting up an internet
Yeah.
that was supposed to already have been set up.
Classic.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't think internet is ever set up correctly in any new place. No matter what you do, it's like at work when you're dealing with a project. Project's never gonna go as planned.
Yeah.
You can make it less bad. That's possible.
Oh, that's
Okay.
what I'm trying to do.
No, it's all good. I just mean like, don't worry about it. So I will get a D20 roll from, let's do Yampa and Bert.
How?
Oh, you can. Let's do Yampa and
How am I
Trent.
going to give you a D20 roll?
Well, some people
Just
log
grab
in
a
still.
dice. Don't you have a
I mean,
dice?
I would, except all my dice are at The house.
Hey!
The other house. Because I haven't moved.
I wrote it. I wrote a perfect Burt roll for you.
Yeah, that does make sense.
It's just straight
No.
20.
Close enough.
Yay.
All right. It looks like internet is up. Looks
sure is.
like everything's looking up. All right. Nope, no internet.
Amazing.
Rip.
It's all good. Just stay on your phone. Oh.
Oh.
Damn it, Bert.
Smash.
Just stay on your phone for now, Bert. That should be fine.
Oh my God.
We can roll for you. And if
Oh,
you
I'm
get
good now.
connection, just do the roll 20, but leave your phone on Discord, I think. That way the cam stays
Alright.
in.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yep, gotcha. Disconnect.
I had to switch back over.
Alright.
Oh.
We're gonna start with those app rolls, fellas. Let's see where you're all sitting.
Come on, give me
Remember,
something
remember your
nice.
treasures. If
Oh,
you've
let me
got
check my treasures.
jewelry and stuff.
Lucky Lucius. Let's go.
Nope, I'm below the salt again.
Is
Right,
that
it's
even
fine.
with your +1?
That was with my +1. I've got an app of 8.
Yeah.
Dang.
You gotta get less modest and start blinging yourself out.
That was Beam. Nope, that is not Bing. That is Bing.
I mean, I gotta get.
Oh no.
I gotta.
True.
I'm not a proud guy. I got a 0
What happened,
pride.
Arun?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm losing. I guess I'm not the Lord of Feast anymore.
Below the
I think
salt.
you're bad.
Thank
God
the
damn.
Lord. Thank the gods.
I feel
All right.
devastated. I want to go grab some of the drink real quick.
Powerful.
We always
So it
gotta
looks
troll
like me and Rune are
Rune a little
just
bit.
gonna
Let's see where
chill below the
Justin's sitting.
salt.
Yeah.
Justin's above or near the salt.
Ah, good on you,
Um,
Justin. You're so handsome.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. So
It's so draining.
we got
Signature.
Lucius and Quidir, Yuba, and Cormac?
Yeah.
Or Collis, I mean. Let's go. Collis. Yeah.
Salt me, daddy.
Near. Yes, Salt. Quidir. Yes.
Here's what's gonna happen. At my own wedding, I'm gonna be on the floor.
Can you imagine that?
Good.
Makes sense.
Appropriate.
It's one of those weird weddings. And you actually put all the peasants up in the above the salt.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? Just put the king on the floor.
The king serves the peasants for a night, and they talk about it for the next 70 years.
Yep.
King Nanteleod gave me a pheasant. Why are all of our lands salted?
Ah, we've got Sir Percival as well.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
definitely
Sir
not a king.
Percival?
Sir Personal. Yeah.
I was
It's a bit
kind
too
of
touchy.
waiting for the right time to bring him back, and then the random thing you guys rolled was change destiny, and I'm like, yeah, no, I think that's a good time to bring him back.
He's him.
No, we are him.
No, he's him.
No, we are him.
Oh, by the
Mm.
way, you guys get some glory for those that heard the questing beast for the first time.
Yeah.
There is no greater glory than speaking with the Lord.
This week.
He has been missing out.
Yeah. That was kind of our fault, though. So I feel very bad for this one.
It's no,
Is he still in
this
the
is
forest?
absolutely a skill issue.
Oh, you know what,
Um,
Bert?
But he did kill that demon.
You should check or test the spiritual. Are you able? Do you have the internet?
Spiritual.
Yeah.
Okay. Mother.
You're not even that spiritual. You're not religious. You're not spiritual. God hates you.
Do
What are you doing, mate?
Do you have spiritual? Do you have spiritual test checked yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I critted on my spiritual when I was fighting the
Right.
the devil.
Right. That's right. Good point.
Wait. Do we get? I mean, we met the King Pellinor. Come on.
Yeah, it's very
Supposed.
actually. No, that's a good point. We'll give you guys and all of you, including Cormac, can get 20 glory for meeting King Pellinor, and then
Alright.
for hearing the questing beast, you will get 10.
All right. Who all heard it? But me, everyone but me.
Yeah,
No. No. We didn't hear. Oh yeah, we heard it. Alright.
you heard it. Yeah. You heard it barking. You would have got 15 if
40.
you saw it, 100 for getting within a yard of it.
It's a lot.
How much was for hearing it again? Sorry, I missed that part. I'm done.
Just 10.
10.
And
Okay.
plus an
Sweet.
addition. Plus an
20.
additional 20 for meeting the King Pellinor.
The capital T.
You can all test not test. You can all check folklore and fairy lore because Pellinor is a great storyteller. So your ride forward to Carohake, he tells you all about all sorts of things, but specifically, he seems to just like he'll just mildly bring up the questing beast, and then it's like he becomes obsessed and he just doesn't stop. You're probably actually tired of hearing about the questing beast by the end of it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
The Wizard King had better stories circled here.
Yeah.
The Wizard King could barely string a sentence together. What are you talking about?
He
Yeah,
has
but he can't kill me when he was telling stories.
his greatest passion is love hunting the questing beast at 28.
Good
That's
God.
pretty high.
And then he credited the other one. So he
Honestly,
fucking
I can see
chilled
the
out.
appeal.
Yeah, so his hospitality is now 16 as a result. Weird.
Yeah, famous.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is a situation right now. Let me just reshuffle here, and we can dive into the 3-round piece. Did I recall everything? Let me recall just in case anyone has. Nope, we're all good. Okay, so we're gonna start with Collis at the top.
All right.
The situation. So the host is King Leo de Grant. There is a small contingent from the tribes of Norgales that are present, but not Gomaret. No one from Gomaret. And of course, there's Percival, aka King Pellinor, really, but you know.
Alright. I have some stuff I could do later. But I'm gonna pull cards first.
Yep. And by the way, folks, if you happen to notice a heraldry on an icon that you're like, I recognize that auto character, I'll give you that. Like if you put that together, auto character, then as long as your character has a reason to know it, I'll be like, yep, absolutely. So if you run into King Pellinor's heraldry later on somebody else, you'll be like, I know that heraldry, right?
I know that heraldry.
Quick question. With 3,000 glory, does that mean you pull 3 cards?
I think it's 4,000 is 3 cards.
What?
I want. It's
4,000
2 cards
3
right
cards.
now.
Alright, so it's still 2. Okay, cool.
And I've been cheating.
Alright.
think it's 2000's 2 cards, 4000's 3 cards, etc. But I can just verify it. Before you do anything, give me 1 sec. Peace. Yes. So notable 4000 glory is 3, and then famous 8000 glory is 4. So you are anyone who has 3000 or 2000 or more glory. You're a respected knight now. If you happen to have 4000, you're a notable knight.
So next winter I'll be a notable knight.
I'm notable. Note me.
Note me. Okay.
Note me, puppy.
What do we got here?
I'm a respected knight. Barely.
You aren't respected. People just know who you are.
You can choose between these because there's no host cards.
I'll do
You
introductions.
in the back.
Introduction.
Right.
A famous knight from outside the area asked if you would introduce him to some.
Well, that makes sense.
That's gotta be Eleanor.
It's like, hey, look at this. This is King Pelennor.
I'm
Immediately
going
gets into a fight.
to.
He doesn't
Try
want to
to-
talk to the kings, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, you know what?
Scarlet will-
Yes, he would, because he came here to get an eye on these guys. So,
Mm.
yeah, he would.
Sir Carlos will impassion himself with hospitality then.
Oh, fumble.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Okay.
Okay.
The only one that fumbles passions over here, okay?
Who would you like to introduce him to?
I guess the king that I would know the most would be King Nanteleod.
Okay.
Please. No.
What was the recognized? Oh, that was the test.
Yeah, introduce him. Well, there's no real failure. It's only success, critical success, or fumble.
Okay. How would we describe that? If obviously you know the king, maybe you're having trouble finding it, because Nanteleod is not. He's like above the salt. Maybe it's just a bit difficult to find the right time to get a hold of him. So you spend the turn kind of looking for him, and then before you know it, Percival tries to find his way up to above the salt and gets like denied by Ithel. Like, oh, Sir Knight.
Just a rando.
Yeah. And he sends Percival back. So as a result, you still get 2 geniality. And you're kind of like, crap. He basically, if he had waited for you, you probably would have still been able to do it. But he got impatient and ruined his own chances.
Is he reckless like me? Is he a cool guy?
I'm pretty sure he's reckless. Let's see if he's famously reckless. He is
That
not
feat actually
famously
looks really
reckless,
interesting.
but you definitely picked up on some reckless vibes. Like, he's
Yeah.
definitely, and he's high energy too.
We could describe him as being reckless.
Right? He's reckless 14. To be specific.
Ah, cool. Sounds like a coward.
Get us killed.
If you haven't figured out that Goodyear's going to be killed already,
Yeah. The other thing
I
you
don't know
found
why.
too is he was incredible. Like, you know, he looks like a bushman. He's the best hunter you've in that short amount of time. You're like, man, this guy knows what he's doing. He could follow the trails perfectly. In one of the days, he found food within like 20 minutes. You know, killed this great stag and brought it back for food.
Yeah. Just a pro.
Yeah, a hunting pro. Okay, that brings us to Whittier.
How convenient. Now at some point, I have to go petition the king to get land. I need to get my coastal land. But I'm not going to do it yet because cards. Am I indulgent? Do I have to be indulgent? I don't think I am.
Are you famous 16?
No, I'm famous reckless. I'm not yet famous lustful either, so I don't have to flirt yet. Okay, I will get one. What, 3 cards, right? For 4,000 glory?
For 4, yep.
Alms? That'd be pretty funny. A lady asks for my help.
I mean, we
Think
know
you're
which
really
one you're
gonna
gonna
deny
pick.
that.
There's a lady involved.
Yeah.
I mean, the geniality for arms is pretty nice, though. Does it make any sense? A monk is asking guests to donate to the church. Must give at least 1 silver to the church. He is generous. So even though he doesn't care about God, if somebody is asking for money for some kind of purpose, it's because he doesn't hate Christianity at all. Like, he's just, he just likes taking the piss out of his cousin, really. Chance encounter. A lady offers you sage advice. No problem, and she remains at your side. Get a check. Keep the card for geniality. Are either of those more interesting to you, Bob? I think I'm inclined to go arms.
Nope. Any of those work well.
Yeah, I'll go arms just because it's a bit simpler, I think. Oh, my phone's ringing. I don't care. And I will roll spiritual, which I'm slightly spiritual. I have failed spiritual. I could choose not to roll. Those who willingly give at least half get a worldly check. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
you're
I can't
both
get it now. I don't want to check in worldly. Actually, I don't care if I get a check in worldly.
worldly.
All right.
Okay.
I have so much money and I'm famously generous. I will give money to the church, and I will take
Okay.
my 3 genealogy, I should say.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, look, I have to be honest. Some of this may have been yours in the first place, in a certain sense. Also, it sounds like whatever you're doing over there to try and help out your people is not working because my cousin had a mountain fell on his head, and he's one of the holiest men that I know. So, would you please give it to, what's that guy's name? Anyway, please do something better.
Do better with this money that I stole from your people. That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Wild. That is wild.
I don't think they get that part when you're like, it might have been yours anyways. They look.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll give him a Libra. I have 247 Libra. I'll give them 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
Flexing on
Is
us.
he a vampire symbol, Libra? Libra.
That brings us to Lucius Julius Julianus.
Lucius Julius Julianus. Will he arm wrestle Ithel? Probably not. Just gotta take the W. But I gotta get her boy married. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's do cards. So just I have less than 2,000 glory, over 1,000. Draw 2 cards, or just draw one.
Less than 2,000 is just 1. Yeah.
Oh snap!
And that can be bad. I'll just warn you that sometimes that can mean that you're really truly kind of going. You have no options basically at that point. So if you draw like a card that specifically, there are some cards that are like make a con roll and you lose, you leave the event.
Yes.
Sorry, I guess it's happened to Bert. I should have assumed.
All right.
Several times.
Let's see how it goes.
A
Oh
lady?
snap!
You wanted to get married?
A lady and you? Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And it's a host card.
Mm-hmm.
With the lady at the start
Man,
of each
hold
round.
on. I'm gonna see if there's. I don't think they even give her a name. Typical Arthuriana. The women are just not always named out. One sec. Let me just see here.
The unfortunate thing is my flirting is so low. Like,
It's sad. I have been putting points into flirting and romance this entire time.
You don't gotta worry about that no more, bro. I got you.
yeah, I've got a 7 in romance, a 5 in flirting. So like, awkward kid.
That's where you gotta impassion yourself and hopefully not fumble.
Yeah, pretty much. You know. Do you like books? I can tell you the difference between a swamp and a wetland.
Oh god.
Love it.
God.
Once.
I almost hugged a giant once.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, guys. I just want to get this one right here.
I'm not a wizard king. It's very short.
Oh, good times. I guess that was a virus-loaded site.
You see that guy over there? I saw him break chains with his bare hands.
Yeah, you saved the fairy lady.
And then, just last week, he sat there and fought off a devil by himself.
Say it right.
That's a good way of putting it. Fought off a devil, you know. That's
Say it right.
Better way than I was saying it earlier.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay,
Oh, what was I looking for?
I got it. Her name is Lady Ines. Why is
Okay.
the camera over
Cool.
there? Okay. Anyways, that's messed up. Okay. Let's see here. You interact with a lady at the start of each round. You can keep this card or discard it. And you're keeping the card?
Yeah, I'll keep the card.
Okay.
Gotta get that geniality.
So as she comes up and introduces herself, and she says, "My name is Lady Ines.
I am Lucius. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Like, would you mind keeping me company for the time being?"
Oh, milady, I could think of no better thing I could do here. I am Sir Lucius Julius Julianus, of the Escavalon Julianuses.
She nods. Says, "Woman, eh?" No. So she looks to you and nods, and at that point, there's a little girl that comes running up to her and starts pulling on her dress, and she's like, "Mommy, mommy," and then she's like, looks back to you, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I should be more specific." Oh wait, hold on. I'm misinterpreting this card. I'm sorry. Is that an important lady? But this is one that actually leads to yeah. This is one that actually leads to a petition of the host for permission to court the lady. So this has to be a single lady. So I'm gonna say that for whatever reason, Lucius, Lady Ines does introduce you. You know that same thing. We'll roll with what's already happened, and she smiles and says, "I'm King Leo de Grance's wife, and this is my daughter Guinevere." And Guinevere looks like she doesn't give a shit. She's like, "Mom," you know, she goes back to like tugging on her mom's dress, and she says, I should be going." She looks and all of a sudden she's like diverts the attention. She's like, "Have you met?" And then we'll see who she draws you to. let's bring this to someone random.
What?
There you go.
Lady Gwen. Do we have a Gwen already?
I don't think
So
No. Okay.
We've got a Guinevere now.
Yeah. Yeah. But she says, this is my cousin, Lady Gwen. And you can tell Lady Gwen smiles your way. She looks let's see. She's cute. She's definitely dressed and adorned in kind of jewelry and clothing. You know what? She's adorned in Roman style garb.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Bagwadir.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And she kind of gets the hint, like, as her cousin dumps you two together, and then quickly dives out. She's like, well, would you like to join me for a dance? She says.
Well, despite having 2 left feet, I would love to join you for a dance.
Okay, so you guys spend the round. Let's just see if you fumble, just out of amusement. It won't affect the card.
Out of amusement.
Why would you sit there and put that out into the universe?
He's gonna crit.
Okay.
He's gonna
That's
crit.
It's
Julius.
a GM's
Julian.
job to put that stuff in.
Let's see. Can I impassion myself?
You can. Yep.
Nah, man. Lucius is awkward and embarrassing. Let's go
If
with
it's a
it.
failure, it doesn't necessarily mean bad. Knights are known for not dancing well. So.
Yep, 2 left feet.
Okay, 2 left feet, but you don't step on anyone's toes, rip anyone's dress off, burn anyone on accident. Don't ask. It happened before. So yeah, it goes well enough. You're having fun. You were definitely awkward dancing, but it's going well. So.
All right.
And with that, we're gonna cut over to Rune.
And I'm gonna draw 2 cards, not 3, because I'm no longer cheating. Oh God.
Juicy tales or pagan pleasures?
Uh,
I always forget
Oh.
if Rune is pagan or Christian. Christian.
he is Christian, and not only that, he's a religious knight.
Okay, so you cannot do pagan pleasures. It's got the spiritual sign down here, the pagan sign.
So any intrigue roll. I mean, I guess I gotta keep this card. I mean, if I can't do pagan pleasures because I'm a religious knight, I mean, there's really no other option.
Yeah.
I love how hard Cormac is trying to live a religious life, and then Rune is just like, what do you mean? You just do it.
Okay, so you geniality. In this subsequent round, you may discard this card to avoid the geniality penalty imposed by it.
Or to gain a +5 on intrigue.
Okay. Interesting. I like it. Make that fun. Remind me about it. We're gonna keep going. That brings us to Cormac.
Let's draw some cards.
Get him. Lost child, can you stop adopting people, please?
Oh. Oh man.
You got enough for a
That would
baseball
be
team.
funny. I think I'm gonna go for great deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So as you're sitting around this group of knights, they ask you to tell us of your great deeds. Let's see what you roll first before you comment. I prefer that way in Pendragon because you might be like, say something really great and then you roll a fumble. so you can't fail. Okay, that's easy. The only time we know Cormac won't fumble. um,
Yeah.
All right, so with 2 geniality and 5 glory on top of it. What is your rebuttal? What is your modest rebuttal? It can't be a brag, or else it's not modest.
No, else it's not modest. So
Can't no humble brag either. That's not a thing.
fine.
You can talk about how cool I am.
Yeah, you
Go ahead.
you could absolutely tell a story about someone else. That would be actually a really cool way. Or you could simply talk about God. That's also
No, don't do that. Everyone hates you because you do that.
yeah, but if they only meet you once, it's actually quite. Yeah.
See, I'm not going to talk about other people.
Okay.
It's more along the lines. Oh, I've done some things. It's my deeds are not worth mentioning.
Okay. All right.
Let's talk about Sir Rune Spearbreaker over here.
Let me talk about Sir Rune, the Spear Breaker. Sir Gwydir, a knight who has single-handedly taken a castle.
Yeah, and
There was definitely
I
somebody else
think
with me.
I like where you're going with the first part. Because you're not redirecting. You're just saying, "Oh, my stuff's not, worth mentioning." And we'll say that you're below the salt. So hold on, who would that be? No one here. Let's make up someone right now. We're gonna make up someone. This is gonna be one of Rune's guys from back in the, when we were doing the attorney thing. Another Cadrigan. Do we have one already? We have one, don't we?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Isn't that like?
Let me try again.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Kedivore,
one.
I like that. So this Kedivore guy's like, "Oh, come now, Cormac. We heard about your what would Cormac be most known for?
Probably breaking the chains, because that's all Lucius talked about for like a year.
Right. They called you the Breaker of Chains, and it becomes clear to the audience, which is mostly not Escavalon Knights, that you are being modest, and that's why it sells over well, because it's like you're like, "Oh, I didn't do anything important," and they're like, "Yeah, you did." So, all right, that gives you 2 geniality, 5 glory.
Yep.
Round 2, we're back to Collis.
Right. Collis is going to attempt to intrigue amongst the contingent from Norgales, sort of trying to figure out where possibly we'll be campaigning through, that sort of thing. If there's anything we have to worry about.
All right.
Intrigue. All right.
All right. Let me just see one thing here, because I want to give you some worthwhile info. Okay, I don't have a straightforward one on that. I'm gonna go to the map real quick. Give you the here. So let's see what. You know that you'll be riding on a trail. They say normally we would travel through Powys, but Powys's allegiance or interest in this war is not clear, and so they don't wish to do so. They wish to. Rumor has it that, or at least they're speculating that you're more likely to ride through the forest of Cameliard and make your way up through this trail. Show you through this trail here.
Okay.
And then the unfortunate side is that Norgals is really kind of a petty land at this point, full of tribes and not really having any good leadership. So they plan to take hold of the tribes there and march them forward with better command of the two kings that are riding north. And then you hear that your next true destination is the City of Legions. The Cadlus are apparently responsible for killing one of the absent kings, or the King of No Land, as they seem to call him here, King Pelinor's brothers, and that the brothers really haven't been able to unite their kingdom since, and the Cadlus kind of separated east from west, kind of dividing up the kingdom and making it difficult. They also claim lineage to an ancient an ancient hero of Wales. So they basically, when it comes to tribes and warlords, they tell you like that's a bigger deal to have a great warlord in your family's history is greater than any claim of king or knight. These are old lands and they follow the old ways. That's kind of what you're getting the impression of. Like, these are, Collis, you were pagan, yes? Or am I wrong?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're getting a sense that these are old pagan lands, not as influenced by the British Christians, mountain men and the sort.
Okay.
The people there are more likely to favor strength over kind words, that sort of thing. All right. That brings us back to the feast. You get 2 geniality for the round. Set you up with that. All right. Brings us to Gwydir. Oh, you're muted, I think. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
2 or 3 rounds for this feast.
3.
3. Okay. I'll do.
If we can manage it, I will say we probably got to move pretty quick to get 3.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I do want to petition the king at some point for this land, but we'll just go quickly. I'll just go cards and be quick. I won't do any role playing stuff. Do I care about anything else that's going on right now? I don't think so. Test of strength. Host card.
welcome to Have Glory.
Yeah. Regale the host. Okay. All right. That's entertainment. How you sorry. Blah blah blah. Critical success is pretty good.
Yeah, King Leo de Grants recognized you. Sir Gwydir, right? Why don't you come forward and tell us one of your stories on the road?
You're that guy that shit talked me and said I was worse than your king.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do I try and go for? I think I'll go for honor because I feel like I'm being, put on the spot, and it's now a matter of like my standing in the world. Does that sound fair?
Yep.
Cool. Let's see if we can get some. I have failed.
That isn't
Cool.
anything
All right. I'll
negative.
go. No, it's fine. All right, with +3. 10 is a pass. Success. I think I'll just tell them the story of all the shit that happened when we got lost and how Cormac killed a devil single-handedly, apparently, and we found a dead woman who was actually Finnegan's mum. And if we got her body, did we bury her, or did we take her body to bury?
I
There
don't
was
remember.
no body.
Yeah, that's right.
There was a skeleton in the water. There was a skeleton in the water, and then her spirit.
It was a spirit that gave me the ring. We already buried her body when we found them on the side of the road in like the first session.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Masters
Well,
had their last rites.
Nonetheless, I will tell the story of how Finnegan's mother came to visit us, and she was sad because somebody had murdered her in the woods. And it's probably like, as he's telling the story, he's like, "Oh, this is probably a story that I should be telling with more subtlety on account of the fact that Finnegan's probably around, and the allegation is that Finnegan is somehow related to the line of Nanteleod." But whatever, just tells the story as it is.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yep.
Did you mention the ring part?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He's honest and reckless. He's just like, "Oh yeah, this and then that."
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
and then
So,
some guy, a doppelganger came out. It was super cool. Yeah.
So after you're kind of walking away, and Cedric catches up with you, and he says, "I would very much like to see this ring, Sir Gudire. Do you know who happens to hold it?"
Oh, it must be Cormac, I suppose. Yes, Cormac, where are? He's down below the salt. He's too modest. You know he killed the devil by himself, and they have the audacity to seat him below the salt, Cedric. Can you imagine?
He nods to you and says, "Well, not everything in life is fair, I suppose."
At least not for Cormac. God hates him. Did you tell him I said that?
Perhaps he's being tested.
I get 3 that round. Is that right? 1 for the card, 1 for the success, 1 for the seating.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
No worries.
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
And that brings us back to Julius. Lucius Julius.
Yeah. He's gonna be still with the Lady Gwen.
Yep.
And just continue courting and speaking with her. I understand we want to move quick, so I guess the one thing he would try to ask her is what was the reason for her choice in garb, the Roman garb. That's what he would say. But beyond that, that's about it.
So she says, my grandfather was from Orifice, I think it's called. It sounded like orifice when I said that. Orifice, let's say that. A land that was once belonged to our people, our tribal people, but we were intermixed amongst the Romans, the cultured Romans there, at least until it fell in my grandfather's time.
Interesting. And I regale her with the long and storied history of the Julianuses, the Escavalon Julianuses. Yeah.
Oraquilescence, or Oracleans. I used to know how to say that, but I've forgotten.
Yeah, probably Oracleans.
Yeah, Oracleans is, you would know it to be one of the old Roman ruins, and she says they're not very far from here, actually. Just a few days' ride if you ever want to see them. I'd be happy to show you around.
I will, in fact, take you up on that offer. Should we find the time? Yes.
Yeah. Some of the land around them is still ruled by people of Paus, but the ruins themselves are, well, they're a sight to be seen.
Indubitably.
What was your action for this round? Just what are your options? You cannot draw a card, so you can still do you can get drank. You can do temperate and make sure other people's food and drink are looked after. You can flirt. You can dance. You can intrigue.
Let's do, I have a fun in flirting. You know what? Flirt. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Let's go.
Okay, you got a +2, remember, from your geniality from last round.
Oh, yep. Plus
And
2.
yep.
Okay.
I have faith.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
You're-
It's
You're
not
not supposed
terrible.
to double.
It's not terrible. She's just really involved in her story and kind of like missing any subtle signs you're making of interest.
I'm doing like the bicep thing where they're showing me. Like, oh,
I heard there was a beach that way.
yeah, yeah.
Over there.
Remember, roll up the sleeve as you're doing it.
Yeah.
My sleeves are down. Yeah, but that's it for me.
Okay. That still nets you 2 geniality because you get +1 extra for just having this card and then the +1 for near assault. So yeah. All right, that brings us to Rune.
Which
Who is
doesn't do
gone?
anything.
Rune's gone.
Rune is gone.
Okay. Well, you at least hear some juicy tales. Let's see what those are later. That brings us to Cormac.
Let's draw some cards.
I
Huh.
sent you a Cerdic, by the way. I'm not sure if you caught that earlier.
What's up?
I'll
see.
get there. Yeah, this would be the
Okay.
same
Oh.
round, so he'll get there next round.
Okay.
All right. I have a request of a story of me. They
People
want me to tell a story.
People love your adventures, man.
Wait, the dude
Apparently.
with a giant, a wizard king.
Well, those who believe it, at least.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how you orate.
But I'm modest. I'm not going to tell any of my stories
Do you need us to roll?
because I'm too modest for that.
You still
It has been requested, but let me tell you of my cousin.
there?
And I'd like to impassion with love of family.
Okay. Yep.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And
All
I'm
right.
going to tell the tale of Sir Guidir, a man who is such a tactical genius. He has besieged an entire stronghold by himself. And what little cadre he had with him.
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
So that'll net you a +2 extra on top of 1 for the cards, so 3 total. Doing pretty well below assault.
Yeah.
It gets that might get Gwydir some extra attention too.
In
From
fact,
the lady.
I love attention.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a gift for him to bring in front of everybody.
Is it a castle?
Right.
I don't
Alright.
have that ability.
Let's jump up. We're running out of actually we're kind of out of time. I'd still like to do this. Why don't we just do a rapid fire round here, and then we can resolve
Okay.
some of this through some kind of recap role play at the beginning of the next time. But let's pull the cards and do the rolls and see what the total geniality is, and we can zoom in a little bit if anything interesting happens at the end here when we start it next time.
Sweet.
Hollis.
Yep. I think I did what I wanted to do. I think I just pull cards.
Okay. Go ahead and pull your cards. And while you're thinking about them, we'll probably get Quidier to do what he's doing.
Yep, I can do that. I'm just gonna impassion myself, Loyalty Lord, make a guess courtesy roll to try and get land.
Okay.
I pass.
Okay. So we'll talk about like what the outcome of that is. Make a note of it. So
Yeah.
for next time, and we'll kind of do a quick round robin at the end. Something shiny and malicious slander. Which one do you want to go with?
I'll do malicious slander.
All right. Let's see how that goes.
Mm,
See if you're going to be in a
modest
duel at the
restraint.
beginning of the next session.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, I am famously proud. So, yep.
You scuffle with the knight, and the steward has to pull you two apart. Do you want to challenge the knight to a duel?
Yes, he'll take off one of his fancy gloves and smack him with it.
Let's see who this is, dude. It's
Justin.
of neighboring region from here. Neighboring region would just be Logris. There's someone from Logris. Cortani. Lona Zep. Okay. Yeah, okay. So you're beefing with a Logris knight named Cerdic. Just make note of that, and let's see if that goes. Did that cost you geniality, that card?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
minus 2
minus
geniality, actually.
But you only lose
Gain
one because
one.
you get actually you gain one, then you
Yeah.
lose two, so you lose.
Yeah, net -1.
You could be doing worse.
Hmm.
I literally have no geniality.
All right, Lucius.
Yampa, allow me to remind you, I was at minus 5 geniality at one point.
Lucius, what do you want to do?
Since we're at the end of the feast, how do I petition the Lord to court the Lady Gwen?
You actually have this round. You can petition at the very end of the feast, not in your round. Yeah. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can still do a round.
Okay, cool. So who's gonna do talk with her and then temperate just to kind of like keep the party going, just
Okay.
be Lucius being Lucius. Okay, I failed.
Interesting. I think like you're trying to like, who are you being temperate towards? Like other guests and stuff. Maybe you're trying to do that, and
Sir Ithel. You know, Sir Ithel. He approaches Sir Ithel.
That makes sense.
You know.
yeah.
You know, you keep this up, I'm gonna have to get involved, right?
I think as you're trying to help Sir Ithel with something, you kind of like you're talking with your hands and you knock his wine glass over on him, and he just looks at you.
I know, sir. I know, Sir Ithel. My bad. I know.
I'll make my way out. I'm sorry.
There's always next year.
Yeah. And like he gets distracted and ends up being, like it doesn't become this super disgraceful thing. It's like no one's eyes were on it when it happened. That's why you don't lose geniality for it. And you're still near the salt, and you've got the lady actually, so you get one more on top. So despite the fail, you're still climbing the ladder.
Failing forward.
Okay, juicy tail.
Rude.
Okay, I'll tell you at the beginning of the next time what those juicy tails are.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like at this point, it feels like Rune has just been skulking around the castle trying to figure shit out.
Yeah.
About this Leo de Grands.
Yeah, it'll say it's about Leo de Grands. Yep. And then we'll get you to do your action though. Still.
Then let's draw 2 cards. Why not?
Right, because you only took you out for 1 round, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the previous round. Wifely woes. Oh, that's interesting.
Would you imagine coming back and you're like, oh, I'm finally back here, and your wife's like, I gotta leave. You're like, God damn it.
Well, my wife. I thought my wife was back at home because
Yeah.
he.
Do you
we're
want to just
going
go
on
new
a-
teacher then? It's up
Yeah,
to
I'll
you.
just go with new teacher.
Yeah.
Because like my wife was at home, I had the whole thing of like talking to her
Right.
and saying my goodbyes before I left. Critical success here is impressed with your talent and sings your praises. You need to learn more. You may depart the feast for some impromptu training if you do skill +1. Skill checked. Well, you know what? Might as well.
Yep.
Try and get something interesting about this and
Uh,
some genealogy from this. Right?
Yeah, there's no negative to pulling this card at the end of the feast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to flat roll sword.
Okay.
See what happens.
All right. Success. Skill check.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you get the geniality for the card. So you're not at 0 geniality anymore.
Congratulations.
And that
King
brings
of
us to
Feast.
Cormac to close the feast.
I'm
All
the
right.
Phoenix Lord
So-
of Feasts.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to basically present Gwydir my present with a story about how he is a great knight, a great tactician, and then I present to him the two-handed sword, the great sword,
Okay.
with inscriptions within the fuller and the horse head for a pommel.
Okay. Why don't we get the roll for now, and then we can, if there's any role play on that, we'll do the round table on it real quick at the end. Or
My
the beginning of
family,
next.
'cause this is my family. Four eight. We're at 5, so plus 10.
All right. That will net
Hey.
That'll net you 1, and you can take geniality, or not geniality. Take 1 geniality, and you can take generous. What I meant to say, if it's not already ticked. If it is already ticked,
It's always picked.
I'll give you a tick in love family. Why not?
Okay.
All right. With that, guys, just make a note of what you did last, and we'll kind of add some flavor and role play to that. Do a quick round, round robin at the beginning of the next time. Thanks for watching, anyone who's here still, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Thanks
All right.
all.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.